Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Coins Alert channel. I'm making another movie about XRP today, as I always do. I hope everyone is having a great day today, no matter where they are in the world. XRP is what we'll talk about. I have to start with this quote from Eleanor Tourette. That's new from me. She talks about how the Clarity Act will be marked up on Tuesday, while the tech industry fights back against TradFi favoritism and Democrats hold a special meeting to talk about Trump's ties to the crypto world. Will something ever get passed in the US? They might fight back and forth, but the rest of the world will move forward. We really need to do something. For the United States to move forward, we need new ideas. To move forward in the United States, we need technology. But as long as these two argue, nothing will get done. It looks like Uber is looking into crypto payments again. Listen to their CEO talk about Bitcoin now. It was clear why the organizations were moving into this area. I know that you are thinking about stablecoin as a way to pay for Uber rides. Talk about what you're thinking about and how that could help your business. I agree that we are still in the study phase, but I think stablecoin is one of the most interesting examples of crypto that can be used for something other than storing value. You can have your own thoughts on Bitcoin, but it's already a commodity, and different people have different ideas about where it's going. But I do think stablecoin has a lot of potential, especially for global companies that move money around the world to make a way for us to basically cut costs. And every other organization that works in this area will feel the same way. They will want to have something that they can use to save money. Quickly move the money. Move the cash. Not expensive at all. Also, even though he said stablecoin, think about this. Let's say they start using the fixed coin right away, but then they decide, okay, we could make this even better, faster, and cheaper. If we do use a coin, as I said, RLUSD makes room for XRP, Apple X, Airbnb, Google. Join other big tech companies that are looking into how to use safe coins. There are now a lot of companies working in this area. Also, I already said that steady coins are the way to get into this market. They will start using XRP later, but this was written down first. It comes from smoke. Google, Airbnb, and Uber were all in Ripple's original product idea for a single interface for making payments around the world. The paper below shows how that plan goes through Ripple's network. XRP is used as the liquidity layer. XRP's liquidity bridge lets tech giants like Google, Uber, and Airbnb connect to standard payment systems like ACH, Visa, PayPal, and Alipay. All of this is shown in the picture. These businesses are just now starting to release their own stablecoins, but Ripple has already set up the systems they can use right away. That's also where an XRP cash pool would be useful. This has always been Ripple's goal. The fact that this is being talked about today, we knew this would happen years ago and thought it would happen at some point in the future. It's happening right now. We can't wait any longer for this to happen. That's what XRP will run on if you can't see all the hardware that Ripple has set up around the world. That's how your family become wealthy. And this is from Austin King when we talk about stablecoins. Very interesting fact. Since the beginning, they've been around for RLUSD 171 days, USDC 2445 days, USDT 38096 days. These games will last a long time, and they're just getting started. Here, though, is where RLUSD will stand out from the rest. So RLUSD regulation approved by the NYDFS includes a monthly audit of the main customer segment banks and other financial institutions. Then you look at USDC, which also has the NYDFS cleared and attested every month. They are going after DeFi and retail USDT that is offshore and hasn't been fully inspected for payments in the emerging paint markets. And this is why RLUSD won't have any rivals anytime soon. This is also probably why Ripple tried to buy USD. Their likely thought was that they could fix any issues with Circle and get out of the bad deal that Circle has with Coinbase. The US debt is linked to RLUSD. XRP will make it easy to buy. Listen to this. As for the topic of this stablecoin law, the My Genius Act, we mostly agree with you, Kaylee. We will finally be able to use payments that are more in line with modern times thanks to this. This will be a good thing because it will bring the US economy into the world of digital assets, keep innovation in the US, lower risk here in America, and protect consumers by backing all of these stablecoins with US Treasuries dollar for dollar. Very good result here. There is a lot of backing for us. Tokenizing US debt means that we are putting small amounts of money into big amounts of debt. Being able to buy and sell government bonds more easily, even in small amounts from anywhere in the world, is what this means. This makes it possible for stablecoins to be backed by US debt. With these coins, producers can earn interest on the bonds while users can make fast payments around the world. This double benefit makes people want both stablecoins and the banks that back them. This doesn't get rid of the $35 trillion debt, but it does make it easier to pay back over time by raising demand and cutting the cost of borrowing. Everyone thought, well, they'll just tokenize the debt and it will go away. No, they're going to turn it into a symbol. That means regular people will also be able to buy in these tokenized bonds. I have no idea where this is going, but I know what will happen. Something has to give at some point if we keep adding to this debt and rolling it over. It's breaking news from the US Treasury. The US government just bought back $10 billion in its own debt. It was the biggest purchase of government bonds ever. That's why they want to turn the loan into little pieces. They want a whole new group of people to buy US debt, which also means regular people. A wave of institutional usage hits Ripple's XRP after a Chinese company aims to build a $300 million XRP vault. This is something that everyone has been talking about for days, but I don't see it as a wave of institutional acceptance. In fact, let me explain what I mean. This is a small part of the wave that's coming. When that wave comes, it will be absolutely huge. They want to keep this XRP safe, which tells you everything you need to know, because they will lock it up and use it, which means that over time, a lot of XRP will be locked up. That leads to something we all know. Not enough supplies while demand is rising. The price will also go up. The price of XRP is already going to be very high. Everything is going as planned. Boom. Bitcoin, Maxi, Lark, Davis says that after Bitcoin and Ethereum, XRP has the best chance of getting an ETF approved by the SEC. But pay attention to what he says here. After Bitcoin and Ethereum, there is a race to see which coin gets its own ETF. Many are in the running, but XRP is one of the most likely to end up with one. You should be able to get it. Then, when it does get an ETF again, billions of dollars flood in, making XRP have a much bigger effect than Bitcoin. There will be an official review of WisdomTree's filing for a fund called the WisdomTree XRP Trust by the SEC. This is the first time that the commission has looked at a spot XRP product in this way. Next, the process can last up to 240 days before a choice is made about whether to accept or fold or again toss or day. As Bitcoin has had a great run up, this will be the last big cash in and cash out. Though I think it has one more big push up left, everyone wants to cash out big because they can see the shift coming. Take a look at how much people want XRP and how much institutions want it too. Anyone who is interested in crypto already knows how valuable XRP can be in a normal run. When you add a bunch of catalysts to that regular run, you get a really great run, and everyone wants to make sure they get their hands on XRP too. A lot of Bitcoin will be changed into XRP once Bitcoin starts to hit its peak. Watch how quickly that money moves as well once Bitcoin Maxis calls the top for Bitcoin. We can look forward to this though, so let's hope it goes well. On June 9, the US and Chinese officials will meet in London to talk about a trade deal. Things will stay green in the market as long as this deal goes through. We all know what will happen next if it doesn't do so well. President Trump says the Federal Reserve is a mess and wants to cut interest rates by 100 basis points. He wants the interest to be cut by 1 full point. The president, on the other hand, seems to be lost on Powell. There is nothing he doesn't want to do. He doesn't mind because he knows Trump can't fire him. Will he lower rates this month? Let's hope so, because if he does, prices will keep going up and the market will probably really break out as late this month goes on. That's what everyone wants to happen. But we have a few things that might change this market and make this run last even longer. That's the deal between the US and China, and the Fed isn't lowering interest rates. Let's hope it comes true. Don't give up, stay upbeat, and let's all get rich together until it does. That being said, I'm going to end this film. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.